Hi, guys. How is everybody this evening? Okay, so this is a quick video that I'm going to talk about PK, who's going around being upset with bloggers if they say something he doesn't like. In other words, he's a raving maniac. He really is. And then we're going to talk about the good parts of the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, doing this compliments of my friend Canelo because he's obsessed with it and he says that it's getting really good. So I did watch it last night when they arrested Jen. So let me go ahead, play my intro, allow more people into the room, and then we'll get right into it. Hi guys, how are you? Hey Perry.
Hey, what's up? What's up?
Whoo! I mean, we're putting in long hours, but it's
Yep.
a lot going on. Everybody, not just Canelo, is telling me, oh, don't miss Salt Lake City. It's getting really good. We watched it last night. I mean, I will say Jen getting arrested was quite interesting. I
Yeah,
will
it
say
was.
that part. But, it's not my favorite. Maybe I'll get used to it. Her reaction to it is worth talking about. We'll talk about that. And before we get into that, we're going to talk about PK. Okay. Your buddy.
Yeah, the hell with him.
No one likes PK. Listen, do you feel that it's natural when you're in entertainment that people are going to talk about you? When I'm
Right,
a blogger, people are going to say things about me that
right,
I don't like.
right.
And we've been saying things about PK that he doesn't like for years.
Uh-huh.
And he hasn't said anything. It was always rumored he didn't like it, especially over here. He didn't like what we were saying
Right.
and this and that. But I think you draw attention to it when you complain about it. We've
Uh-huh.
already known that he's telling that cockamamie story about the robbery.
Right.
Some people believe it. I choose not to. It just until I see the evidence. I'm not saying that it didn't even happen. I'm just saying I need to see the
It's
evidence.
unbelievable, is what you're trying to say in a
No,
nice way.
Perry, I didn't say that. Perry.
Well, I'm saying it. It's unbelievable. And he's mad because nobody's falling for his bullshit. Okay?
He's just acting like a raging maniac, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So in this article right here, he actually goes off on a blogger, doxes her, accusing her of trying to destroy his family and spreading lies. He
Mm-hmm.
actually gives her name. This is so crazy. I'm not gonna do it because I don't dox bloggers. I'll give her screen name. Her screen name is Karen Huger's Moles.
Mm-hmm.
People are not going to listen. That story does not make sense to me. I don't care how you say it, how many times you rewrite it. It just doesn't make sense. But when I last checked, I was allowed to say that.
Yeah, you are allowed to say it, and he allowed to do what he do. That's what he did.
Fully?
When it don't come out in his favor, now he want to blame other people. And trust me, whatever this blogger name is, a lot of bloggers
It's
cover the
it's it's
story.
several. That's
A lot
one.
of a
Here's
lot of
another one.
bloggers cover the story, but they didn't cover it as if it could have been a scam. That's all I'm saying.
Here's another blogger who said something he didn't like. David. What is David's last name? Yontif. We've all heard of him. He's quite popular blogger. He says that PK DM'd him, okay, and said, "Hey schmuck, I'm not kidding. Hey schmuck, stop talking about me and my family." This is coming from PK.
Mm-hmm. Let me
He
make my
continued,
paper.
huh?
He was basically saying, "Stop talking about me. Let me make my paper." But
He
go ahead.
says, well, make his paper or get away with your lies. I'm
Well,
not
make his
understanding.
paper off the insurance company.
Well, it's just these people. He gave an interview to another blogger, and they basically was saying not so good things about him. They kind of described him as a schmuck. I'll put it that way. But what I'm shocked about is that he contacted the blogger. And basically, the blogger felt that he was trying to
intimidate.
Should I say bully or get him to change his story? So I don't know what you call that.
Intimidate, bully, same difference.
He says, I was like, first of all, this is what is that a threat? That's what David said to him. I mean, I was just asking. I'm also asking because I'm an attorney. Ooh, he picked the wrong one now, didn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
Anyway, he's going around trying to tell bloggers to stop talking about him in a bad way. And he's being very vocal about it and very childish.
Childish, yeah. That's a good word for it.
It's so ridiculous. Don't put out ridiculous stories, David. I mean, PK, and then people won't have anything bad to say about you, okay? Pay your bills, and then no one will have anything bad to say about you. But we are perfectly allowed to say whatever we want. That is so crazy. Are you always going to like it? No. Do you bully them? No. Do you dox people? Are you out your mind? I mean, no matter how much you try to silence the situation, you are adding light to a situation, PK, by acting not so innocent.
No, I agree.
You agree?
Yeah. Because if his shit was so good, he wouldn't have to address the bloggers because his paperwork would do the work.
Do the speaking for him.
Yeah,
he sure is acting like a guilty man that lies and a crook. He's acting like one. Well, who acts like that? No one in their right mind starts DMing people, threatening bloggers in their DMs because somebody said something you don't like.
Can you please stop talking about this? I haven't cleared my insurance agency yet. You know,
I mean, if he was so concerned, he would have shut the hell up and kept the whole matter private. You decided to open up, you and your wife, you brought in the Bravo cameras, and then you expect people not to say anything about it?
Uh-huh.
Oh my God, what a schmuck. He's a schmuck. PK is acting like Chris Bassett.
Exactly.
Huh.
It's two of the kind.
Yeah. I did not like how Mary was going off on my girl Whitney. Let's talk about, so we strictly watched this because of Hilo.
And Mary was a trip.
Yeah, let's get into it. Hold on, let me drop this really quick. We are familiar with Mary. We covered her last year. I feel like I talked to every single family member Mary had. We did, didn't we? Like when this first came on, it was a big thing. And all of her family members started contacting us. We did interviews with several, I think. Let me bring up Canelo. Hi, Canelo.
Canelo.
You're echoing.
I know I got y'all in the background.
Okay.
Hey guys.
So last season, I interviewed probably, it felt like every family member Mary had. This is when she was lying last season, saying that her grandmother wanted her to marry.
Right. It was in the will. It was in the will.
Mama, remember Mama?
What happened to me? Can you marry my man? Come on now. That's a
Every single family member said, that's a damn lie, Sharrell. And they sent me all of the stuff. And they're still in an open lawsuit fighting over money. Mary's mother, oh my God, I forgot her name. She has a church. Who was that, Perry?
No, ask Canelo. He watched the damn show.
I don't remember Mary's mom, but I'm going to blow y'all socks off. I have a friend that is very close to the source. She's been saying everything. She's watched your live stream on when you interviewed the uncle and the cousin. And everything she said before you did those interviews, they corroborated everything she said. She's been around that family since, I think, the late 60s or the early 70s, because she's older than me. And she told me everything before you even interviewed them, before it even came on. She was like, Mary is not a good person. They're running a cult.
She's running a cult. They sent me a whole bunch of tapes of the cults.
And
I haven't
then,
even shared those yet. I wonder if I should start sharing those from last year. It's got
I'm
all
telling
kind of
you.
cults where she's demeaning cult members. What else did that family say? So what happened is
There's
I
a lot
got
of
really
stuff.
close to them at one time
Mm-hmm.
because they would call me in frustration. Like, Mary is lying. She's saying that Mama and wanted her to marry
Yeah,
her
mama. Yeah.
grandfather. That was
Mm-mm.
she has a sister,
Mm-mm.
a sister that's even
Broke off and started her own
I
church. I
can't
can't remember
remember.
her name.
Yeah, she
I
and
can't
we
remember her
talked
name.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was her name? It
I
got
don't
so
know the
You
name.
know
I
what? I
don't.
mean, because the show got so dull when we was going
I-
through the interviews and stuff, interviewing these people. I remembered at the time, but right now
You can't
I stopped
remember
watching the
it.
I
show.
also
Finally
remember
came
this.
back.
I remember when the mother found out that she was dating the father, the grandfather, the
Mm-hmm.
grandmother. They call her Mama. So they call her Mama, but she's actually Mary's grandmother. Put her out. She put her out
Mm-hmm.
and stopped talking to her. It was so much. Mary is not a good person, but Bravo was making it seem like she was last season, but this season things are starting to come out slowly. And correct me if I'm wrong, Canelo. Didn't she finally say that the family aren't speaking to her for over 20 something years?
Her mother
Right.
has not spoke to her in 25 years,
They-
and she doesn't see a way that they can mend fences, and she don't want to.
well, you know why she can't mend fences? Because she teamed up with another girl. Oh my God, I forgot her name now. And they cut everybody out the will.
Yeah,
They
the
cut
one that
everybody out the will.
because Mary's mother was next in line for all of this. My
Yeah,
friend that
what
I
is
told
her
you,
name?
she told me Mary's mother was next in line for all of this. Mary jumped her ass in front of her mother, Mary the grandfather, and took everything. And then she's gonna say on the show that her mother, the reason they're not talking because her mother's questioning what God told her. I'm like, bitch, who are you to even say who's questioning who? And this happened because Lisa and Jenny questioned her about I think it was ovary freezing or something like that. It's supposed to tighten it up, and Lisa said, "Well, I want that sounds good. I need to Google. Don't question me when I tell you stuff is
Mary's
facts."
tripping. She's tripping.
I'm
And also, too, there was a oh my God, I could start bringing family members back on the show. The cult member, the ex cult member that's friends with Lisa this season. Well, I can't think of-
Rosemary. Was it Rosemary?
Was it Rosemary? Rosemary's the mom,
That's
the
the
grandmother.
mom. That's the
No, the
mom.
mama. That's the grandmother.
Cameron.
She has
Cameron.
a mom.
Now Cameron is
It says her grandmother, Rosemary. I think it was Rosemary Redmond Cosby.
that might be Mama.
I'm forgetting names.
That
I
That's mama.
interviewed.
No, I just Googled it. That's what I was just trying to
That's
say.
Mama. Okay.
I'm so serious. I talked to probably over 6 family members.
Oh, I know. I remember.
It was uncles and cousins,
Yep.
and one of them that I'm really close to. I really like him. That is her brother. It's her brother. I'm really close to her brother.
I think it was the
Love the
brother.
brother, huh? Love the brother. I
Mhm.
should bring him back. But
Mm.
something's wrong with Mary. She's very twisted. But last season, Bravo wanted her to appear normal, but now she can't appear normal anymore. And now she's going off on people for no reason. Like she's biting off Whitney's head.
For no
okay.
reason.
So this episode, she invites Whitney to a party. Whitney doesn't answer the phone when Mary thinks she should answer the phone. So then she tries to sabotage her by telling her the wrong dress code. She wanted her to dress like a hoe.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard? Huh? What?
And then, no, the worst part about it is when Whitney gets there. Oh, that's not what I told you to wear. You're supposed to do what I tell you to. I'm like, bitch,
This was the
Exactly.
mom's name.
Yeah.
Roslyn. That's
Roslyn.
the mother.
Roslyn.
Okay.
Rosalind is the sister, I think.
That was the mother. It was the mother.
No,
Oh, no.
I think
Okay.
Roslyn
Rosalind may
is
be Mary's mother. Mary's mother.
Yeah, it's Mary's mother.
But the grandmother was Rosemary.
Right.
Right. You're confusing me. That's what I said.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Rosalind is Mary's mother.
Mhm.
So
It's just,
it's
I
just
mean,
a
Mary.
mess. And I don't care how much money my grandfather had. No.
Robert
There was
didn't have
another
no money.
lady. We got to bring them back on the show. There was another lady that partnered up with Robert Sr. and Mary to steal the money, and she owned a bank. What is this lady's name? Oh, I gotta.
I don't know, but I think I know who you're talking about, but I don't know her name.
These people had. I talked to cult members, and it's a cult. Mary runs a cult. She wants them to call her God. She tried to destroy those tapes.
The guy that was on there that was at Lisa's party last week was he left because he knew it was a cult. He couldn't say it on the camera, but he told Meredith to watch her back. Whitney even said it this episode.
Right.
So, and Mary, you could tell she's a cult member, a cult leader. Because she just snaps.
Right.
For no reason. Like Whitney, okay, you don't answer the phone. She didn't call you back till the next day. So I do that all the time.
And see, what's the funny thing about it? Whitney said I was carpooling. How irresponsible is it for me to answer a FaceTime of all things when I'm driving with other people's kids in the car and mine too?
Right.
You could have called me back. It took you 2 days. Okay, no matter how long it takes me, I'm gonna call you back when I have the time.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then she gonna send her a text. Well, we having this party. Put on your whole suit.
And what was so funny? Whitney said, "Well, I got the whole thing in the bedroom."
And then this season, I think she said she doesn't like Robert Sr. They don't talk much, and they don't know. They wouldn't have a relationship if Robert Jr. left.
That's exactly what she said. And then she said they were sleeping in separate bedrooms for the whole entire marriage.
Well, yeah. Now he was
getting
something.
Can you imagine marrying your grandfather, Canelo?
I know.
Just no. What?
No. Even if that is the step grandfather and he really is not related, by blood, but you like my grandmother. No.
You slept with my grandma.
Thank you.
Right, exactly.
You had sex with my granny, and now here you come over here. Oh, someone found the name. This was it. Hold on. It's Rosalind Cazares. I remember.
That's it.
Oh, I wonder if I could tell this. And then it's alleged, I'll put it that way, that Rosalind's husband had an affair on her with the cousin.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, or was it the drummer?
No. That was the person that had an affair with Mary.
Okay. I gotta remember because my friend, she was telling me most of this story, and she was like that Mary is almost a carbon copy of her mother. They both almost have the same exact personalities. She said she never.
So there's several siblings that were all supposed to get the money, and I think Rosalind made a deal with Mary to cut out one of the brothers that I really like a lot. It was just crazy. I'm just gonna say
everybody out.
Yeah, Mary's money hungry. I'm gonna say that she's money hungry, and she snaps, and she wants everybody to think she's God.
And that's the main thing. And I said this today in my review that she is not a good representation for Black women on this show.
Not at all.
They need to get rid of her and bring us another Black woman because she is. If y'all seen her eyes, they was just so demented and evil in this episode. She always looked like that, but it's a lot worse this time because Whitney even said last year she had Mary's back the whole entire season. She had Mary's back. And then when she get back to the table, Mary gonna talk about what you're not a friend to me. I don't think we're friends like that.
Mary's crazy.
And she was like, Whitney said, "I love you." She was like, "Wait, you need to show it."
Mary might smoke weed.
That ain't no damn weed strong.
Well, okay, now see, like that's the thing too. Mary ain't the person that everybody thinks she is on the show when she came across trying to be nice last year.
No,
but the stories we heard allegedly is she was like a wild one.
A nut job. Just saying.
Really wild.
Oh yeah, she
from there to LA
she
back.
A drug dealer.
Right, yes. Exactly. But
she dated a drug dealer,
and we would say allegedly took his stuff, did whatever.
And then remember, she was married. Was it to the drug dealer she was married to before she got with Robert Sr.? Because y'all know she dropped the husband to marry him.
Oh, Dana. Dana was his name. I remember him. Did I talk to Dana? I can't remember, but
you talked to him. I think.
Did I talk to Dana?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The whole thing was crazy because when she was having an affair with her grandfather, she was married.
Already. And that's what my friend was telling me because she was like, "There's some stuff that we didn't, that we weren't privy to." She was telling me exactly that. She was like, see, what y'all don't know is Mary had been, she was married and messing with Robert Sr. at the same time before Mama even died.
Right.
And I feel like, too, that she gets away with murder because she's in Utah and they have a different way of life up there. Everybody's Mormon or whatnot. She couldn't hang around any real black girls because she would have got dragged by now. Like,
baby,
shut up, little girl. Remember she said that to Whitney?
That wig would have came off. That wig would have been on the floor. And then she had, this is what pissed me off the most, y'all. This pissed me off. She had the nerve, the unmitigated gall to tell these women they don't know how to dress. She needs to tell them how to dress.
I know, with that hat on her head, she said it.
And I'm sitting there like, bitch, you was a damn Christmas tree a year ago. You was a living, walking Christmas tree with green boots. God knows what the fuck you had on at the reunion service.
Did you see their house? Did you see their house?
Oh my God.
All that green carpet in 1970s. Like,
and I'm
what?
sitting here like, you got the unmitigated gall to call something to tell these women they don't know how to dress. Even when Jen was in that ugly leotard.
Did you see those chairs in the kitchen? Oh my God.
I mean, that green carpet.
If I'm
that green carpet looked like they was playing putt-putt in the living room.
She called her cousin over there to do renovations and then talked about him. Oh, he's a good contractor whenever he decided to come to work.
Yeah, talked about
exactly.
Yeah. Oh my God.
If I'm gonna sleep with if I'm gonna lower my standards, throw all my dignity out the window and sleep with my grandfather, then my house is going to look on fleek. It's going to look nice. That old raggedy castle, it was terrible.
But she loved it, though. And the sad part, she dressed the same way.
No, the sad part is Giselle's Castle Grayskull looks so much better than that. I'm just going to put it out there. Mary house looks worse than Michael Myers' house.
Wow.
I'm just everybody thinking I just said
it. So Mary has a lot of money. All of her family members, all the ones that I talked to, said she has a lot of money. They stole some money from some bank, something like that. She has a lot of money. Here, let me read this really quick. Stephanie says, I can't help but to wonder about any legal liability Bravo may face if Mary's organization is engaged in harming its members. They are, etc. Like many cults are eventually discovered to have done. I mean, listen, I'm telling you, I've talked to cult members. I've talked to people that have been traumatized by Mary and her church and the mean things that she has done to them. But I want to get petty for a minute and talk about this. She has all this money, okay, and all of these people listen to her, and she walks around town with a wig that looks like this.
It was sort of sad.
No, Mary, no.
Everybody that was in the chat the last time talking about Giselle's wig, this is horrible.
This is terrible. Is this really a wig or a cat?
I don't know
what the hell is happening.
And then, like I said, she has the nerve to talk about everybody else. If y'all saw what she wore to her own Italian
yeah. I don't mean to interrupt you. You're putting ideas in my head. Let's talk about her not wanting to be black. Italian.
We all know that.
Remember the 7-Eleven?
What the hell do you know? Oh, yeah. First of all, she doesn't go to 7-Eleven where black men like Perry is standing in front of because, you know, Perry too dark for her.
Yeah.
But she's going to if you're going to throw a dinner, an event, stop acting like you know the Italian culture. She was trying to speak Italian.
That's okay. Jen made me laugh. She said, Mary, shut the hell up about talking about you sound like you're Italian. I don't know the Italian words, but she went down the line.
Dio, I'm Italiano.
Shut up. You don't know what the hell that means.
No, Jen said, I know. She said, look, if Mary would shut the hell up about speaking Italian, I would donate to her church.
Here, let's talk about other people really quickly so I can start bringing up callers. Let's talk about Lisa. The girls aren't liking Lisa on the show. I think I like Lisa because that show is so boring. Who else is going to bring the drama if it's not Lisa?
Lisa, oh my God. Who can I compare her with on another franchise? She's almost like Horseface.
Horseface?
Rena. Almost like
Rena. She's nowhere near with Rena.
She's not, but I'm just comparing her to her. That's the only person I can... Because this is what she did. Okay, she had an event last week where her sons were like, they're for the business, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is where Meredith met Cameron. But what she did was she invited Whitney, but did not invite Jen. But then gets to the table, and I forget who asked. Was it Mary or was it Whitney? Somebody asked her how the event went, and Jen was like, "Well, don't worry, Mary, because I wasn't invited. Because Mary said she wasn't invited." Mm-hmm. Here she comes talking about, "Well, my sons made the list, so I was only honoring what they wanted." And so Whitney was like, "What? No, was it Whitney or was it Heather?" One of them said, "What did Jen do to your sons for them not to come? What did Mary do to your sons for them not to come? But what did Whitney do to get to come? We want to know." So she was like, "Well, Whitney," Whitney and I were trying to get ourselves, back together. We're trying to be friends." And then she's gonna sit there and try to get upset, like, "Oh my God, this is about my boys, and this is," and I'm sitting here, why are you blaming your boys? And Heather even said, "Why are you blaming them?"
She's messy. I like Lisa though. She's conniving. I like the way she talks. I've never met anyone who talks like, "Oh my God, like this is such a, I can't believe this. Oh my God."
I can't stand her. My favorite is Heather. I love Heather.
Everybody likes Heather.
Heather is pretty cool. I can't stand Meredith. I can't. She talks like the side of her mouth.
That's the thing I
have y'all noticed?
Let me see, like what?
And I said this,
like she got
and I can work things out with you and Mary. I'm not gonna do this.
All of her children talk like that. All of her children.
All right, so we talked about Heather. I think everybody thinks Heather's cool. She's good. I like
Oh, wait, you guys don't know this. The very first episode, or was it the second? They tried to say that Heather was racist.
I remember that.
Heather's she's the one that's blowing that black man in the back of the car.
She was not racist. Thank you.
She his balls and everything else.
She loves to blow black men.
I think it was Mary, or either it was it wasn't Mary. I think it was either Lisa or it was somebody that actually said that, and she brought that on the show. Like, do you believe they're trying to say I'm racist? And I'm looking at Heather like, Heather is an equal opportunity sexer. She likes black men, white men, because her ex-husband is ugly as hell.
Yeah,
let's get to everybody quickly, because I'm going to take calls before we talk about Jen. We got to talk about Jen. So we talked about Mary. We talked about Lisa. Is anybody on board with me that I don't like? I don't not like him. I think Brooks is overrated. He's just okay.
Yes, he is.
Okay,
he's overrated.
Yeah, shut up. Yeah. Okay, we're done. You got it. The new girl Jenny is a liar. I don't like her.
I like her. I don't like that she lied, but I do like her because she stood up to Mary, and Mary did not. That's why she wasn't invited to the party.
Right. No, I get that part, but I can't get part about the boat.
The boat.
I can't get past the boat. Okay, I just really can't. You're a liar. I mean, you got full of energy. You know what I'm saying? But I can't get past that. You're a liar.
Nobody believe that story about the boat.
She don't care about her culture. Yeah, we came on a damn boat. Now what about it?
I don't believe she came on a boat. And now I believe they escaped Vietnam, but I don't believe they came on a boat.
No.
Her
ancestors, her parents and grandparents could have did that. I'm talking about her. She act like she was sitting there pedaling the raft. You lying. You lying. You lying to me. And then now your husband want to have a sister-wife situation.
Oh, he gets
it's a freaky situation here.
He gets on my nerves.
Are you crying about the boat?
My eyes are burning. I think I had some onion juice on my hand and I stuck it about.
Oh, because I was like,
crying over who? The only person I'd be crying over is probably Heather ass.
I'm trying to hurry up and get to everybody so I can get to Jen, because that's what this show's about. Did we get to everybody? God. We talked about Meredith. We talked about Lisa. Whitney. I don't like Whitney. She thinks Lisa's always out to get her, and she thinks she has the wackest reads.
I'm not gonna lie.
Like, I stand up for myself. Like, oh my God.
I like swinging on my stripper pole.
Yeah, and then when she tries to stand up to Mary. I love you, Mary. And so she, girl, shut the hell up. At least I'm not screwing my grandfather.
Exactly.
That's what
Oh,
you
she told her the gloves are off. She did say, "Oh, so you want?"
Oh no, she said that, but then she said,
in the moment.
"I love you. I love you."
No, that
Mary.
was before she said the gloves are off. Because when she said that, Mary was like, after she said, "Mary, I love you. We're supposed to be friends," and she said, "Well, I don't think we're friends. We're not friends like you."
Okay, yeah. I mean, she didn't say gloves off, but did she slap her?
She didn't say gloves off.
She didn't slap her though. She didn't slap her.
She should have. She should have. I would have gave her my damn glove.
Right. No, but she didn't do that. So
let's get to my favorite part.
Whitney's a liar.
Jen Shaw, and how of a professional thief Jen Shaw is. Okay, when Sharif called her, because we knew who was on the phone call, because they already told us. When Sharif called us, right? He said, "This is how it probably went down." Girl, the fans is up in here. You got to get over here quick. And she's like this on the other end. Yeah. Can you turn off my mic, please? She's very calm. Turn my mic off. I said get over here now. They going through my shit. They're going through my shit. And did you hide the paperwork? Because I'm pretty sure Sharif knew. Okay.
I believe so, but like I told you, I want to believe because the way he's out on the road, I just don't want to believe it. But I got to believe
Canelo, back off the wagon, bro.
Hold on, wait before y'all burn me at the stake. I was saying,
hit that smoke weed every day.
Hold on, wait, don't
smoke weed every day.
What I was trying to say.
He tried to get you to stop me.
Right, what I was trying to say was, I wanted to believe that, but I cannot sit here and honestly think he's been there that whole time and not know something. Yeah, he's on the road, but like you said, Sharrell, you're not making that kind of money to make.
Listen, we looked it up. He makes $450,000 a year. Mm-hmm. That's good money. He's not even a head coach. Let's not forget that. He's not even a head coach. But if I had 15 assistants, wouldn't Perry say, "Where the hell you get the money to pay?"
Well, no. Perry gonna say this. Let's keep it real, honey. I'm making this money doing all this. Why the hell you riding around with this guy for?
Oh, you talking about
that's my issue. That's my issue. Yeah, I got an issue right there.
She hanging on Stu like she married to him. I mean, she's like this. They be walking up and down the street. Every assistant or male assistant, even Morello, she be holding on to them for dear life. I'm like, well, if you're gonna hold on to them, knowing that you're on ice in Utah, why the hell would you wear some stiletto heels like that?
Yeah, listen, I mean, Stu would spend more time with her than Sharif.
Mm-hmm. Do you
now
feel
we got a problem.
That Jen knew that she didn't seem shocked, mm-hmm. And also she said in a previous scene to her other thieving buddy, Stu Smith, "You've been through me through thick and thin. I love you, and I do all of this to take care of other people and their families."
I'm gonna tell you, Sharrell, when I did my review, I said this was a set up episode for what the ending was gonna happen. Mm-hmm. Because if you notice, look how she was a good mother to Omar. Look what they did at the beginning, playing basketball. Then she's around with Stu, and they're going ice skating, and she said that whole monologue. Now, the whole monologue, we get to the end of what happens.
She knew. Let me tell you how else she knew. They arrested 11 other people before they got to her.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
They knew. So
this is the lie that got me. She's on the phone. Now, I don't know if it was Sharif or not, but I believe it was somebody that was on the inside that was telling her, like, look, the feds are here. You need to get on up out of here. She asked Whitney to turn off her mic. Turn it off. Because now if it was Sharif and if it was the story that she wanted us to believe, she would have left it alone and said, okay, she would have left her mic on and we would have heard everything. She goes outside. She's sitting on the phone. She tells Heather, "I got to go because Sharif Sr. was went in for a checkup."
In a calm voice. Mm-hmm. And she thought of a lie on point.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Sharif
I was like, what am I tell these people?
Yeah.
He's bleeding in the brain, brain hemorrhage.
Mm-hmm. And she said, look.
It was rehearsed, or is she just a good liar?
No, she's a good liar. That's how she cons those damn people.
Because thank you. Because this is exactly what she said. And this is how she said it. "I got to go. Sharif Sr. was in the hospital. He went in for a checkup, and they found he was hemorrhaging blood. so I need to go. And everybody's like, oh my God. Everybody had more assertion than she did. Like, do you
Compassion,
want us
yeah.
to stay? Yeah, do you want us to stay? Because Heather said we would not go. And she was like, no, y'all go. I'll catch a plane. I'll be there.
It's fine.
You know, and then she tries to give us this face like, oh my God, you know, like Sharif is in the damn hospital, which we know he wasn't in the hospital. She was upset that her whole empire is coming down because
exactly.
Now, as y'all know, look at when the girls were on the bus talking. Nobody even paid, and this is not the FBI, y'all. This is not the FBI. This is Homeland Security.
Mm-hmm.
This is what was out there. Nobody paid no attention. So as you got Lisa sitting over here talking to Jenny, but you see one of the officers pulling up the trunk of another car, and I'm saying like, nobody even sees this. So when the officers come up to the van to talk to the producers, that's when Heather gets up and said, "Yeah, internal bleeding. I'm sorry, Diet. That's what it was." So she goes out there to say, "Well, I'm scared of popos, but something ain't right. What the hell is going on?" They would not say anything. They just said, "Where is Jen? What car did she leave in? What was she wearing?" And all of this, and they're like, "Oh my God, what the hell is going on?" Jen got in that car. She was gone.
Hold that.
This whole thing doesn't make sense. Like, you could tell they're a bunch of religious women, or they all live in Utah where everything is not so fast as, let's say, Vegas. Because if she would have came on that bus and told me, Sharrell, I gotta go, and I've been like, why? And she'd be like, Cherie has some internal bleeding. I'd be like, where? What happened? You just don't go around bleeding internally for no reason. What hospital are you at?
But the part that everybody missed too, though, who comes in at a time like that, even when she was on the phone just talking, mic'd up or not, if somebody tell you your husband or wife is in the hospital, you'd be like, what? Or whatever the hell it is, right? And you would go off. Why would she call him Sharif Sr.? It takes too long to say this shit. What about husband?
When she normally say Coach Shaw, she always say coaches, you know, she never say Sharif Sr. She always say Coach or Coach Shaw.
Well, what about this, Canelo? Your husband's hemorrhaging. You throw down the phone, you say, I'm out. And somebody says, what's going on? I got an emergency. I ain't got time to sit up here and tell you.
Hello, exactly.
Like, images on the left side of the grave.
I got to go. Sharif Sr. is bleeding internally. They just told me, so I got to go. I can't go on the trip, but if I can, I promise y'all I will fly out there.
I'll come back, or I'll take a flight. Bro, shut up.
If I can afford the I'll come back.
Sky, what did you think about Jen Shaw getting arrested? Wait, first of all, how calm were they on the bus? Because I would have been like, the SWAT team?
Too calm.
No, Heather was the worst. She not the worst, but she was more she had more enthusiasm out of all of them. I'm just gonna say. I'm sorry.
Heather?
Go ahead, Sky.
She had more street smarts. She had more street smarts than the rest of them. But go ahead.
First of all, it's about time that this episode played because it's 9 episodes in, and I had to watch 9 boring episodes.
I don't know why the producers do that. They always, because see, that's how season 1 ended. 7, 8, 9, and 10 were the best episodes. They waited to the end and gave out the drama, and then when the reunion comes, the reunion was so much better than the whole season. But I'm just like, I don't know what they're going to do this season, because when Jean goes to jail, because you know they're following everything. Everything is still being documented. I don't even know if she's going to be able to come to the reunion, because we don't even know if she went to trial yet or not.
Go ahead, Sky. What were you saying?
And I was just saying that I'm happy that it's finally here, because it was, I mean, I'm a fan of Salt Lake, but I thought it was getting very boring. Like, I was finding myself like doing other things while it was on, because I was just like, I can't, you know, all their drama was just very, very petty. It wasn't like real stuff to me. But yeah, I'm happy it's finally here. And, you know, it takes a special kind of person just to make up a lie like that.
The hemorrhage.
And to be like straight up to your friends and just to lie to them like that. She knew that that they were coming after her. And I don't know why she would even get on this show to begin with.
What do you think about that?
It's like Mary, why would you come on this show?
Yeah.
Jen, why would you come on this show? You people are in your team are being arrested, but yet you still come on this show where you're going to be scrutinized.
She was the last person to be arrested. This prosecuting team was the feds, not just prosecutors, were very smart in getting everyone around her and then taking their testimony and making sure that they get a conviction on her. It makes no sense to be on national television. What are you doing?
And see, the funny thing is, she like everybody, like Tom and Erica, they were already on the show, so their dirt was constantly gonna be pulled up. This is season 2, and Mary and Jen stuff was coming out. Mary stuff came out season 1. Jen stuff is coming out season 2, where Mary stuff is still unfolding. Yeah. So it's just like, why would y'all be stupid enough to put yourselves on TV for a Bravo check?
Let me ask you this, Sky, and I really want you. Who's the bigger quack? Jen Shaw or Mary?
I think, and I know this is twisted, but I think Mary is, obviously, in my opinion, because she shows that not only is she running a cult, she's taking money from people that don't have a lot of means to fund her lifestyle.
Sleeping with Grandpa. Don't forget that part.
The Grandpa.
And don't forget, she called her parishioners ratchet, and she cussed them out on live last year because they didn't give her the money that she thought she deserved.
Yeah, and she thinks she's God. She thinks she's
okay. If Mary asked you to call her God, could you do it?
Hell no! I'm like, bitch, who you think you are?
Well, I tell you what, I'm sure the Grandpa called her God when she was on his balls.
Hi, Demetria. How are you?
Hey, how you guys doing?
Hey, darling.
Hey, how you doing?
You have to start out with the biggest question. Who's the bigger quack, Mary or Jen Shaw?
Girl, it's got to be Jen, honey. Who can come up with a lie so quick?
She did too. That was the funniest
thing. She bounced so damn fast. I was like, oh, she gone.
Do the phone scenes, Demetria. How calm was she when she was on the phone?
She was too calm. Yeah. Too calm for somebody. I mean, she got the phone call, and you're saying your husband is bleeding internally, but you wasn't hysterical. I mean, you played it off like it was nothing.
Yeah.
So
she had the wherewithal to turn off the mic.
Yeah.
And that's why I keep telling everybody, that's the main key. Why would you turn your mic off if your husband's in the hospital? Exactly. I mean, we all know Sharif. It's not like he's not on camera. We know him. Why would not keep that on? She goes off the bus. She's standing there. She got stone face, and then she.
Does this ever happen to anybody else? When I get caught in a lie or I get anxious about, I shake. My hands
and stutter and
everything.
Yeah, stutter. I might have even ran off that set.
Yeah. She's been waiting for this to happen.
Some people eyes twitch. Something, she was like.
I laugh. I'm not even gonna lie.
I start sweating.
You start sweating? Like, it wasn't me. I don't know what they talking about.
What the hell am I supposed to say? Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Let me read the super chat really quick. Likely happened. Feds told her attorney as a courtesy, hoping she'll cooperate. Maybe. Attorney called her and told her to go home. Feds like making a scene. Feds wanted it on camera. This could be true because they got over there awfully quick.
Yeah,
real quick.
To prove a point, no matter who you are, will get you.
And that could possibly be true. And
here's another scenario. Heather could have tipped them off.
No, it would have been Lisa more than Heather, because Heather do love Jen. Lisa would have been the one that'd be like, "Oh, gee, you're my best friend, and I love you." Oh, she's here on the bus. Y'all get that.
No. Whitney tipped them
Oh
off.
no, Whitney's like no, they're mending their friendship. They're like on good terms.
That's Whitney. She's like, you don't want to invite me to the
Sharrell,
party.
you know what?
I'm gonna get you.
Seriously, at that point, when they had went to Sharif them house looking for her and she wasn't there, I think everybody knows she was on Bravo. I think Bravo could have done it.
Now listen. Whitney was on the phone.
I'm only saying.
She said, I just talked to Dustin or whatever her husband's name is. Didn't she admit that? Whitney said she called.
Okay.
Justin.
How do we know Whitney didn't tip her off? Everybody's saying it's Heather. I think it's Whitney. You guys got to pick. Who do you, Sky? Who tipped them off? It was somebody. Who was it?
It had to be Whitney.
If it was someone on the cast, I would say it was either Whitney or even Meredith.
Ooh.
No, Meredith is not there.
It's
Remember,
Meredith for talking about the sun.
She hates Jen.
If she did that is super petty.
We are so bad. We are
That
bad.
is super petty. If Meredith did do that is super petty.
But I would think though, if when they sit in the van waiting on the people to show up, if you would have tipped them off, you'd have been more alert to somebody coming up. I think they could have got with Bravo some kind of way, because everybody knows filming's going on or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They showed the location. Maybe.
It was
I'm not sure.
It was Brooks. It was Brooks. Hold on. Let me take some more calls. Hold on.
I'm telling y'all, it is.
Hey, Sebastian.
Hi, Sharrell. Hi, Perry. Hi, Canelo.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, guy. Hey, Sebastian.
Go ahead really quickly, Canelo.
What I was going to say is, I'm telling y'all, it is Lisa. Lisa is the most conniving.
You think Lisa tipped off the feds?
Because look, why did she look how she did this? She tried to get Whitney and Jen fighting at the table. They didn't take the bait. So who was that? Jeannie said, "Well, y'all think we should call the police or something?" And she was like, "I wouldn't do that."
She said no. She said no. But listen, you guys don't
that.
think that Brooks is mad enough to call the feds?
They made up. I'm telling you, they made up.
They made up in America makeup. Like, okay, you're fine.
Yeah.
I know that heifer's stealing money. Let me go call the cops.
She didn't do anything to Meredith right now to warrant that. But I'm telling you, it could be Lisa. Now I'm going with Perry, but Lisa, I got my eye on her.
Sebastian, who called the feds?
I think Bravo did. I think like the feds used Bravo as a way to continue an investigation they already had on Jen. I think that's what they did. And then they collaborated.
So you said Bravo, aka Andy Cohen?
Yeah, all of them. The whole group. Yeah, I mean, all of them together. Yeah.
Everyone.
Wait, Sebastian, you think Andy Cohen would call the feds just for ratings?
And they had extra cameras. Look, they had extra cameras there.
Well,
really?
I think
The
Salt Lake
season's
is
been
good.
boring. Why not?
I think Salt Lake is good. As a Real Housewives show that's just like new, I think Salt Lake is good. Because like Potomac started off very boring too.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get some more opinions. Meredith, who called the feds?
Weather. Whitney and Heather.
Why? I don't think why everybody is overlooking Lisa.
Canelo, you're so sweet. But did you watch the reunion? You're telling me Heather likes Jen? Heather likes herself.
No, I know. I mean, I know she likes herself, but look at how they're transitioning to friendship. Is like they're like buddy like this.
There is no transition. She wants complete control over Jen. She doesn't like when Jen is friends with Lisa. She wants to be the only MVP. She wants to be the cool one. She's doing too much. She's doing too much. And you said because she likes to go down with the swirl, that's very different from equal rights. Okay?
Miriam, I wouldn't like it if any one of y'all were friends with Lisa. I'm just putting it out like that.
Yeah, but you know what? There's a lot of entitlement there. And I'm not saying she's racist. I don't know her, but she's very full of herself. I'm like, after Rihanna followed her, the ego is busted.
Wait a minute, Rihanna followed who?
Heather.
Heather.
Rihanna.
Yeah, he
Riri.
messaged her.
Yep.
He DM'd her.
Sure
Yeah,
did. She
that
sure
was
did.
last season. But my point is, Heather, she likes to portray herself like she's the single mom who suffered, who's self-made. Self-made what? Her ex-husband funded everything. She's not self-made. She has a silver platter in front of her, and she's doing whatever she wants. She's trying to be cool. I feel like she's the one with Whitney that called the feds, and the episode was all produced. I feel like everyone knew what was going to happen because all of them, nobody freaked out. Can you imagine the feds coming at us and we're in a bus? I would freak out.
Yeah, but I mean, my answer to that, I mean, they're from,
They're
Utah.
from Utah. There's not
They're
much
from
action.
Utah. They sit there just talking about some goddamn skiing event. You know what I'm saying?
They probably never seen the feds before. They're from Utah. They're like, oh, look how well dressed that young man is.
Look.
And it says SWAT.
I mean,
on
because
his
they ain't
shirt.
from, hey, trust me, they ain't from Crenshaw.
I know. We're used to it. They're like, you're stealing again, Jen. We're used to it here in Vegas, but not Utah. That's a different story.
I agree with Miriam wholeheartedly about Heather. Now, this whole episode, if y'all did not watch, it does show her that when she was in the Mormon church, oh my God, she was a bitch. I'm just gonna say she was. She said she made it seem like that she was like people like us would be beneath her.
Yeah, but Camille, you can't get me to hate Heather. No. She's blowing people Heather in the back of U-Haul trucks. That's all entertaining.
Yeah, I mean, that's more than what Lisa did.
I can't.
Huh? I love Heather. I'm just saying. No, I'm just saying I have to agree because back in the day, that's when she was telling her story. But now it seems like she have, calmed down a little bit. And she doesn't have that, God complex like Mary does. Like, you need to call me God and I'm your Lord and Savior. She's not that.
She's a rebel. Think about this. She said to hell with the Mormon church. Okay. Uh-huh. She refuses to lose weight.
She's out of
going to eat what I want.
She even started a damn recruitment camp.
Her storyline away from the Mormons. Needs some Botox, okay? Her storyline. She keeps talking about the Mormon church. Talk about something else.
No, like, she's cool. She refuses to. She doesn't care what her weave looks like. I love her. She's the best. It's sliding off her head. She doesn't care.
Yeah, she's a
I think she can't lose weight just like me.
I know. And she's the only one at the table eating. When they were at the Italian restaurant, when Mary was pretending to be Italian, and she probably don't even know where it is.
Hey, Mary's gonna send Jesus after us. I don't want to.
I know, but let me tell y'all.
I have something to say about Mary.
Sharrell, y'all missed a whole. I'm sorry, Ms. Dimitri. Let me say this, and I'm gonna apologize. Look, y'all missed that whole episode where Mary had Whitney and Heather come to the restaurant. Whitney was like, not Whitney, Heather was like, look, waiting around on these heifers trying to eat, and they're trying to eat pretty, getting a damn salad. I want my truffle fries. I think she ordered a whole platter of truffle fries.
Did you guys catch that when Mary was trying to speak Italian to the waiter, he kind of rolled his eyes?
That was amazing. That was amazing.
Yes.
He was not.
He was like,
I was going to say, girl, shut the hell up. But he's in Utah, so they got to follow a protocol.
Yeah, she was all ratchet and shit. Me Italiano, me Italiano. Shut the hell up.
Jesus is coming after your parents.
I have something to say about Mary.
She couldn't have pulled that here. She could not have pulled that in Vegas. We would have laughed her out of town like, what are you girls speak Italian? Shut up.
You don't sit your ass down.
But did y'all see how she went in and got on the lady that was decorating the table? I was like, this is why people don't like Mary. This is why there's a lot of things that's going through my mind, but I got to keep Sharrell monetized. So
they don't like her because she's screwing Grandpa. Who blows Grandpa? That's one reason they don't like her. Another reason they don't like her is her reeds are whack.
You think they're getting like something done over there? There's nothing going on there.
They have a kid.
Yeah, it can be Rachel or someone or a certain.
No.
Yeah,
Trust me. Grandpa got some. Okay, let's not even act like this shit didn't happen. Okay.
Grandpa got some from grandma.
Yeah. I
That
mean,
one
grandpa hit
time.
up granddaughter.
One and
We are
done.
bad. We
Yeah.
are bad.
Man,
He hit
look,
that up.
I'm
You
just
then she
don't
went
want
and
to
got some.
believe it, Miriam,
She,
because it's so disgusting. Who does that to grandpa? You betrayed your grandmother, you betrayed your mother and your whole family because you wanted money. And now you got the money, and you didn't even use the money wisely. I can't get over
Yeah.
those chairs in the kitchen.
You know, I compartmentalize. As a housewife going after all of them, she's gold. But the rest, I don't know. I don't want to even touch it with a 50-foot pole. I'm like, I don't want anybody coming after me.
Sebastian,
Well-
we had cut you off. What were you going to say, Sebastian?
I'm just gonna say this one thing about Mary. She's not God. Mary's not God, but like something. Mary has something on her. Like anyone who tries to mess with Mary, something happens to them. Like the guy who was talking smack, he died of brain cancer. Cameron, the guy with Lisa, he died of brain cancer recently.
He died?
Yes,
What?
he died.
Yeah.
He died?
Yeah, she posted something. I wasn't sure, but now that he's saying, yeah, she posted like a couple of months ago.
Oh.
And Jen, how Jen treated Mary last year, and now look at this. Mary has something. I think that's what she says in the intro. If you mess with me, I'll send Jesus after you. Something happens with Mary. Mary has something.
Does Mary scare you, Sebastian? Because
yes, I would never want to get on
I'm
Mary's
scared.
bad side.
she scares you.
Yes.
If she walked up to you and told you to call her
Oh my
God,
God, no.
you would do it.
And
I
that's
wouldn't
what
want to, but I probably would have to because, like,
You would call Mary God.
oh no. You know what?
No.
I'm sorry.
But I'm
I'm
scared.
scared.
No.
But that was
Personally, I wouldn't call her God.
That was the
I wouldn't do
thing I
that.
forgot
I'd be
to
like,
say.
excuse me, B.
that was the thing I forgot to tell y'all. Did y'all hear when Whitney said that Mary's cousin told her, "Don't make her mad. Don't make her mad."
I am not scared of Mary. I would slap her silly if she told me she was
Somebody
God.
need to. Somebody need to, because I help you. I hit it with a
Let me
brick.
bring up one more caller.
He said brick.
I'm not scared of Mary. I would pull that wig off and we would go to town.
Okay. Oh my God.
I hit it with a brick. I'm sorry.
Hi, Dustin. How are you?
I'm gonna drop off so you guys can add more callers.
Thank you, Demetri.
All right, you take care, sweetheart.
Have a good night.
Okay, take care. Bye.
Dustin,
He on mute. You know how Dustin do it.
can you hear us, Dustin? Okay, let me bring someone else up.
I'm scared of Mary.
I'm not.
You know, I ain't scared of her. I think people in Utah are.
Dustin,
because
can you
they-
hear me? I'm going to drop you so I can bring up some more people and
They
give
actually
you time
buy-
to get it together. Can I
She
see your
takes
face,
no
Tickle
prisoner.
Pink?
Well, I mean, she's used to it. Like, you get to remember people that.
Okay, you can go back on Avatar.
When you like in this kind of situation where you brainwashing these people and everybody is at your knees praising you.
Hi.
It's a different kind of beast. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's used to everybody praising her. But
She's gangsta. I wish
Yeah,
she would
exactly,
go after
but-
Erica Gerard.
Hold on one second. You're echoing, Lisa.
Hi there, Cheryl.
You're echoing.
Can you hear me?
You're echoing.
I can.
Is
You want me?
it-
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you echo.
You're echoing.
Oh.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can
We
hear
need Mary
you.
Cosby to go after Erica.
Can you turn down whatever you have on in the back? Okay.
I wish she would go after Erica. She would make Erica speak.
Tickle Pink, can you hear me?
I can. I thought that was me. That's why I put myself on mute.
Oh no, you good. That's a good move, though. That's why
What
we
did you
figured
want
out
to
was
sound
you.
off on? Are you scared of Mary?
No, I actually think she's a joke. She's just funny to me. She's a character. I really don't watch Salt Lake like that. My dad does. So I may tune in every now and again. I watched a little bit of it last night, and we kind of had a kiki about Mary.
Did you see the disastrous house with the green carpet?
I did. She's a disaster. Period.
Do you believe she said that the only reason she picked the sconces is because she was on her period? This is what she said. She gave us
Absolutely not. I don't believe anything that comes. I don't believe anything that comes out of her mouth. The woman said that her grandmother, I believe it was, wanted her to marry the grandfather. So I have not believed anything that woman has said since season 1.
Yeah.
Nobody
Do you
believes
think-
that.
Do you think Mary blew Grandpa? Because they do have a child.
Oh my God, I'm crying. I'm crying.
Well, honestly, I put absolutely nothing past her. If she can sleep with him
Ugh.
and conceive a child, then I don't see her. First of all, if she can marry him, knowing that he was married to her grandmother, then
And not
I
only
don't
that,
see
knowing that she
anything
broke
past
her
her.
grandmother's heart. So that's what
Yeah.
the family said, that she broke the grandmother's heart. That's
Right?
crazy.
Exactly. She did it for
It's
the
just-
money.
It's just sad.
Yeah.
It's sad.
But I wanted to ask about PK.
Uh-huh.
What is he going through?
Same
He's just a
thing.
scam artist that's scared that that
Menopause.
he's getting this close to being exposed.
Same thing.
Yeah.
It said he was
CK has
doxing bloggers.
he's a jerk. He's been hating specifically this channel for years because he wants everybody to believe him and Dorit the lies that they put out there. But they really are con artists, and they really are in debt, $1 million in back taxes, and you just happen to get your house broken into mysteriously for $1 million. When everyone knows you've been borrowing those clothes for years, you decide to say on the reunion that you've purchased them. And now when I last checked, Boy George didn't have any more hit records, and then that show hasn't taken off yet.
Sharrell,
I just
did you
don't
notice
believe
in
it.
the reunion how Erica, she threatened even Dorit, like by mentioning, nobody talks about your lawsuits, because she was the only one trying to say a little thing. And and everybody, I asked for them to fire Erica, but I didn't hear Andy Cohen complain, you know.
Yeah.
But for some reason, some people, when he wants, he listens,
Well, Miriam, how come we never talk about Dorit's lawsuits?
I
don't we
told you,
talk about
Sharrell. I told you, Sharrell.
Why?
Because every time Dorit and Kyle stuff ends up on the block to come on for a season, somebody comes and push them out the way. Erica's whole lawsuit is going to take up 2 seasons.
Oh, you mean they put the spotlight on other people?
Yes.
It's the same way they didn't bring up Robin's taxes.
That's right. Robin did no taxes.
It's an agenda. It's an agenda.
Hi, 2%. What did you want to talk about today?
I have a question. Miriam, I love you just as much as I love Perry and Gabor. I know you're not paid by nobody, but I just love you.
Yes, I'm not.
I
But I
love
always have
Miriam.
2 cents to say. Thank you.
I can't remember where I read or heard this, but wasn't Mary's mother upset because she wanted to marry Grandpa?
They wanted the church.
She wanted the church.
Comes with the church.
She wanted, but she, in order to get the church, you gotta
marry Grandpa.
Sharrell said you gotta blow Grandpa.
Right.
No.
I wasn't there.
No, from what my friend told me, from what she told me, Mary's mother was next in line because most of that stuff was Mama's stuff.
Yes,
So
I
she
think
was-
there's a contentious situation between
Right.
the two of them because she feels like she sniped her money.
Right. So if Mary, because Mary jumped in line first to get everything, so she married GF. We're gonna just say that she ended up marrying him so she could get the money because her mother was next in line because all the stuff was left to her mother and the other siblings. But
Let me ask you a question, guys. Are we being too hard on Mary?
No.
She blew Grandpa
We are.
2 years
We
ago.
are.
No, we're not.
She's not going to now.
We're not.
We are being too
People are hard
hard.
enough,
I'm
Jazzy.
scared that something might happen to me. We are being too hard.
Calm down, everyone. It was just a question.
The only thing it would be hard to put, you could say that we were being hard on her if somebody dropped her off at 7-Eleven. That's when we would be hard on her. Okay? And let her survive getting a soda. You know, let me see you go up to the counter and ask for 20
100%.
on 5. Let me see
We
that.
ain't going hard enough. We need to stay on her
That's
neck.
just
Sharrell,
trifling.
take
We
one
need
of
to
your
talk about
stilettos
Jen.
and give her
We
one of your
barely talk
best
about
hits
Jen.
and make
What do
her
you
hit
want to say?
her
Hold
eye.
on. Sebastian, what do you want to say about Jen?
Another thing I realized, we never saw that Jen had a career. So like, even though Sharif makes $450,000 a year, there is no way they were able to afford a chalet and everything in Salt Lake. Like that's something nobody realized
Yeah.
that they don't have that much. They should not be able to
We didn't
afford
notice
these big
that,
things.
Sebastian, but we noticed why in the hell does she have 15 assistants?
Right.
That's
Yeah.
another
Hold
thing.
on, I'm
We
gonna tell
never
y'all.
noticed where she got her money. And if you look at the trailers for other episodes, someone asked Lisa, "Are you in any businesses with Jen?" Because it might come back to Lisa. We don't know. It might come back to Lisa.
Well, if it does, I won't be mad. But
Well,
I'm
I
gonna
wouldn't.
tell you,
I don't care if Andy Cohen turned her in. She needed to be turned in. Don't forget, she got the money from senior citizens.
citizens.
Yeah.
What kind of
Right.
jackass does that?
Now, I'm gonna say
Right.
last season in season 1, they actually showed her and Stu at an office building. So I think she does. I don't know if that was for show or what, but they did show that she
Okay.
works
Who
somewhere.
originated
I want to
this
say
business?
something. I'm not defending Jen,
Uh,
but what happened was she sold the data. And people
Mhm.
who got the data that they went after the seniors. So this is why I think she might get away.
Oh, Miriam.
No,
No,
I don't think
No,
so.
Miriam,
You
you
think
No.
that
never
person
She
know.
ain't getting
No,
away.
They all
no.
get away.
Here's the thing.
They all
That
get
doesn't
away.
make for
well,
good
my
TV.
question is who? So the company, how long has it been in business, and who originated? She didn't. No, you're not going. Nobody's going to get me to believe that Jen Shaw had the wherewithal to start a business and make it a multi.
No.
No.
Oh no, she
So
wormed her way in there
where's
somewhere.
the? So
I think
who?
it's been going on for 10 years, but I
Yeah.
think maybe Stu had more to. He seems a little bit more smarter.
That's
Yeah.
what I think. I think it's technically it could be Stu's business, and he like basically was smart enough.
Right,
To,
right.
Let me go ahead and put this all under. I'm sorry, y'all. This looks crazy. I'm sorry. They said that Stu's the one who ended up having to put it all under her name or something. He's like, okay, fine, I'll be your assistant, but this is really my money. This is my business. And then now that's why he looks like a do boy. He just seems like he has more wherewithal, like he has
More common sense.
savvy
Yeah.
than her. I'm not trying to knock her, but I just can't imagine her with the way she spins. I can't imagine that she has
How
enough.
can she run a business? She needs 15 hours of glam.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And
She
she
can't stay out the damn
she doesn't
chair.
have the patience. She pouts really easy when she doesn't get her way. And
Exactly. She doesn't have
Yeah.
any emotional intelligence to be able to handle when things go awry, especially if you're dealing with senior citizens. And you think that Jen Shaw really knows how to sell somebody's information to
It's
somebody
all
else?
him. He's the mastermind is doing.
Yeah.
The
All right,
I think
guys.
what they did is honestly, in a way, I'm
He
not.
may, I
I
mean,
just feel like they're busting her. I think that she's always been the scapegoat because they know she's silly enough, she's lavish enough, and she puts herself out there in a way where they're like, you know what, she doesn't get it. She's just she's basking in all of it. So therefore, I think they're kind of whoever it is. I just can't believe that it's her alone.
Yeah, she is
yeah,
not the
I think she's
mastermind.
No,
the
she's not by
face.
herself.
I think she's the face for it all.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
All
Because
right, guys.
she does know how to articulate, and she can. What's that old saying? You can sell a cup of water to somebody, whatever it is.
Sell
Jen
ice
can
to
Jen can do it. She can do it. Like she has the face. She's able to articulate. So
But I
believe
will say this.
that's the role that she
The
plays.
next couple episodes will be really good when we see her
Yeah.
really stressing. So that it might get better.
Finally.
We'll see.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Let me bring on some new callers. Thank you,
Okay,
guys.
guys. Good
Take
night.
Thank you.
care.
Bye.
Guys. All right,
I
let's
told
bring
y'all.
on some new people. Thank you, 2%. You're so pretty. I
Thank
keep
you,
saying
guys.
that. Take care. She's
And
so
take care.
pretty. Okay, let's bring on a couple more. And then, hi, Obi.
What's up, Obi?
Hey guys, dang, I didn't even think I was gonna come on tonight.
Hey, my love.
I was preparing to log out.
Hey. Hi,
Okay,
Corey.
so my thoughts. I think Mary is batshit crazy, and I don't know. Okay, well, I don't even believe the whole, like whatever you guys were talking about, like her having some kind of power or something. I don't really believe that. And what I wanted to say is we might actually be looking at the wrong person because I have some thoughts. So Jen has said, not Jen, but the other lady. Have you
Jenny.
noticed that? I'm not. What's her name?
Mary.
Jenny.
Not Jenny. Is it Jenny?
Meredith?
Not Meredith.
Yeah.
The one that had the kids that had the fight with Angie.
Oh, Whitney.
No, Whitney.
No,
She's
Lisa Barlow.
the brunette one, long hair. She talks like a robot in her confessionals.
Yeah.
Lisa, yeah, I think it's her because have you noticed, like when somebody goes against Lisa, like Angie, her party with no food, Whitney being a sister wife, Heather being the fun time girl, those stories just kept on coming out. Mary having court allegations. I just felt like everything is kind of tied together, and I feel like she may be the one who actually outed Jen.
I don't want to be mean or anything, but if I was Lisa and I was on that show and I wanted more camera time, I'd call the feds. Because
we are stuck watching her as not cook for her children, pollute them with damn fast food, and sit around, oh, we do our business. It's always just so lovely. Bitch, we don't even care about your ass.
I love to hate Lisa. I love the way she talks. Like, oh my God.
I actually don't like the way she talks. She annoys me. Oh my God.
I know, right?
I mean, who
They're
talks
all
like that all
annoying
the
me.
time?
They're all annoying to me.
But
Every
then,
last one of them.
ask Mary real quick. But I know what you guys were saying, but I thought what I heard was that the grandmother wanted her to marry him, and that's why she's married to him.
No, she lied. She
that's a
said
lie.
that last season, but that was a lie.
Oh.
She actually went after the granddaddy. I can't imagine. Can you
Wow.
imagine being someone that slept with your grandmother? That is.
I don't feel so good.
I knew that her family was against that, and I knew her mother particularly was against it. I knew
Yeah,
about
because her mama wanted the grandpa.
Everybody was against it, but Mary.
Yeah. Let's really think about this. Who is thinking about blowing grandpa when you're all at a family function and that's your grandfather and your grandmother's around and everyone's in the kitchen and you're thinking dirty thoughts so you can get
Morgan Freeman's step granddaughter.
I wouldn't
I
like
forgot about that one.
Like, I actually do like Mary on the show. If you ask me, I think
You like Mary?
On the show.
Do you think
I
she's
may not like her as a person, but on that show, she's probably the most interesting housewife. I mean, who else?
Interesting.
Would you?
I mean,
did you
like
see her house?
Mary. I like her attitude. Maybe she should replace the girl in Beverly Hills.
Not too much.
Girl name?
Don't y'all talk. Don't you do it, Perry. Don't you do it. I'm gonna be good boy tonight. Don't you do it. Don't you do it.
No.
Okay.
What's my girl from Beverly Hills? The sister with the sweatsuits.
I know who you're talking about.
She should replace her because at least Mary would talk shit to the people.
Perry.
I don't like the eyes when she talks. Like, oh my God. Like, shut up, little girl. Shut up, little girl. No.
They're all nuts.
But that's the person that becomes Eric.
And when Mary first came on the show, she probably was Obi's skin complexion. She lightened her skin, okay, so she could look have a lighter appearance. Have you guys seen the before and after pictures? And if you look at her right now, right here is a dark streak.
Because I think she was my complexion.
She was darker complexion, and then she lightened her skin and stole grandpa and stole all the money. She's just very odd.
I don't think she's even happy. Like anytime she talks about the marriage, particularly, I just feel like it's funny. Like there's just something funny about the way.
I think it's disgusting.
You never see her with grandpa. I mean, really, you never see her with grandpa. She just did what she had to do. I mean, she went and smoked her little joint and did whatever.
Funny that I don't. It's not coming up to me like they're actually happy together.
I would rather lock up my money and hang with Jen. I would lock up my money though than Mary.
Jen knew that she was going to get arrested.
Mary's house beats Giselle's and hands down. I'm sorry.
I can't with the green carpet.
Yeah,
her house is worse than Giselle's.
The decorations is worse than the way she dressed.
Because she's tacky and a hoarder.
Yes,
Mary's a hoarder.
But you know what? Like since I started watching the show, of all the things that Jen was saying, I even before she got arrested, seriously, I knew that there was something off there. she kept on talking about, if you go to this video where she explains her Wizard of Oz, whatever. If you listen to what she says, there was something always off and fishy about it. If you are into digital marketing, you would know that what she's talking about is scamming. Like, she was literally telling the whole world what she was doing, but people are not really listening. Even
Well,
when
guys,
Well, they
we
were
gotta
selling
hang in
and
there,
scamming.
because don't forget,
Yeah.
Mary's getting ready to get arrested too. So this show
Oh, I
might
can't wait for this.
Yeah, Mary's
Who
getting
you
arrested
telling?
too, so
I
this
know
might
I
get a
did.
lot better.
Germaphobe going to jail.
I only watched this show for one reason and one reason only. That's Canelo.
Yeah, you can
I told
imagine.
y'all was gonna get good. Sharrell was like, I don't
Camilo,
think
you're
so.
reviewing this
I
show,
don't
right?
think so.
He's reviewing it.
Yeah, I'm gonna review it. Yeah, especially next week after she gets locked up, and then they photograph her going into the,
Ooh,
Slammer.
I cannot
the slammer.
wait. I
Yeah.
cannot wait.
With
Because,
her culturally appropriated box braids.
thank you.
Yeah.
I said the same thing.
Exactly. Why was she wearing those braids? She
But
knew.
it
You know
had to
what?
be a
After
setup. Where did she get
She
the
knew
black
what was
girl
gonna
braids
happen.
all of a sudden?
She knew
She
that she was
just,
gonna. She knew it
it's
was
like
gonna go
her
down.
and Golnessa from Shaws of Sunset. I'm so sick of her culturally appropriating. I swear I'm so sick of her.
I love me some Gigi, but I was with you on that one. Why did she get the braids? I don't know why.
She
We
did
know why.
kind of look
Because she knew what was
Comptonish.
gonna happen.
Why the day that she gets arrested, she looks Comptonish? Like she's been
Because
to
she
Compton.
was talking. She thought she was
No,
talking
she
to
said she
again.
was
That's
black.
She
the
thinks she hood.
You know,
She said, yeah, she all of a sudden look hood. All right,
Maybe
guys.
maybe
She
because
like
Andy's
Kane.
there.
She ain't about
All right,
that
see
life.
you guys. Bye.
She
All
is
right,
not
take
about
Hi,
care.
it.
LB.
Can
No,
you see Jen Shaw in jail?
Nope.
Them girls are gonna drag her silly. This is gonna be
I can't
that's when
wait.
the real reality show is
We
gonna
need
take
to
place.
follow the trial. When it come on, Sharrell, we all need to be having our popcorn.
Can
tea,
you
and
picture
Pepsi.
her in jail and some girl comes up to her and says, "Oh, Jen, what set you claim?"
She going to jail. Southern District of New York don't play.
She gonna be in New York in prison.
Yes.
I'm your B now.
So
Go
she's
with
gonna be
PLB.
somebody's girlfriend. This is gonna be
Yeah, well, I'm telling you.
That's if they don't send her to a white collar crime. White collar jail.
I mean, she's still gonna be with somebody. I mean, she
But
got
it's federal though. She going to federal prison though because
This is gonna be messy. What's gonna happen to kids? What's gonna happen to Sharif? This is crazy.
The kid's almost grown though.
Yeah, Sharif.
And who
is
cares about
25.
Sharif? He's annoying.
All right, guys. Thank you, Corey. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. It's getting late.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Take care.
Bye,
Thank you. All right, guys. So I will be reviewing this next week. I want if everyone wants to complain, please write your hate letters to Canelo. His email is no kidding. Did she lie about the husband's internal bleeding? She most definitely lied about the internal bleeding because her husband was the one on the phone telling her that the feds were there. It's crazy. All right, guys.
I'm telling y'all, I told y'all this was a sleeper. Don't sleep on it. I told y'all.
It's not that great, Canelo.
Perry, I'm burning you. Perry, I'm burning you. Don't you?
No, it's okay. I can get into it a little
This is
bit.
not good. I'm gonna flood your DMs.
I already know it. I already know it. I got it. Trust me. But you know what? Y'all ain't gonna cut my paycheck like you did with New York. I'm just saying.
All right. I wanted to thank everyone for your super chats. You don't have to support the channel, and you do. Thank you guys for staying up with us so late. I usually don't do videos this late, but I really had to get this one in. I want to thank everyone for being so opinionated, and I want to thank Mary. Should we bring Mary's family back on the show, guys?
Yes.
Yeah, we should bring Mary on.
She will not answer our phone calls. I'm
Oh,
sure
you know
she
would.
would.
What this bitch want? Who's the fuck?
Yeah.
But I do am in contact with some of her family members who I really like. They're not weird at all. They say how weird Mary is. They're not weird. She's from a family that's not weird. I don't know what happened to her. She fell and hit her head or something. I don't know.
Money hungry. That's what it was, and she wanted to be the grandfather effer. That's what she wanted to be. And
All right, guys. On 3, let's say bye. 1, 2, 3. Bye, guys.